Mario is like ice cream.
What?
It's sweet, it's simple, and everybody likes it, but there's also many different flavors to choose from. And with so many flavors, there's always one that's synonymous with the brand. Boring, bland, basic vanilla. The definition of comfort food, something that anyone can enjoy even for a short while. And also the one that you get weird looks for ordering. Like, who goes to an ice cream store, slams their fist on the counter after painstakingly looking at all the options to say,
vanilla.
So to avoid secondhand embarrassment, the companies try to change it up with toppings like sprinkles and chocolate syrup. And that works. Then they just go on, and now we have French vanilla.
It's new, okay?
But at the end of the day, it's still vanilla, and they keep trying to serve it to you over and over again. Disgusting. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? Super Mario Bros. 1, vanilla. Mario 2, 3, and beyond, vanilla with some extra toppings. And they're good, I like them, but there ain't much special about them compared to the 3D chocolate, mint, and bubblegum flavors. French vanilla is new Super Mario Bros. Could you guess? Something they say is new, but it's just more of the same, this time with some extra yolk. Well, I guess the yolk's on me because I actually grew up with these games, so they're kind of a guilty pleasure for me. And Mario Maker is just one of those make-your-own Sundae places, like, who cares? It seems like Nintendo doesn't really know what to do with 2D Mario anymore. There's nothing really new about it. So we have to travel back to the past, the 1990s, where Nintendo did the unthinkable. They made the best ice cream sundae known to man, taking that base vanilla gameplay and modifying it with the tools they had, making one of the most unique looking and feeling 2D Marios of the bunch. I'm talking about Super Mario World. Super Mario World started development in 1988 and would release a few years later on November 21st, 1990 in Japan, 1991 in North America, and 1992 in Europe. Intended as a launch title for Nintendo's successor to the NES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES for short, Nintendo's naming division were really patting themselves on the back for that one. It was going to be Nintendo's killer app for the 16-bit era. However, it had to go up against not just Sega, but Sonic the freaking Hedgehog, which released a few months before and completely stole the show. Believe it or not, Nintendo was actually losing the console wars at this point, with Sega flipping the market share to their favor. So Nintendo had to prove not only was their newest console, but their newest game was as super as it sounded. After starting up a game and loading up a new save file, we are on Yoshi's Island. Great. And if you go to his house, he is not there. Firstly, how rude. And secondly, why does Yoshi have a house? And is that an oven? I guess we're having Shy Guy flambe tonight. Yum yum. Now you're supposed to go to the right of Yoshi's house to the first level, but I decided to take a little detour and found a mysterious switch on the top of this mountain. That isn't weird at all. Now these switches are super important because if you find them, they basically make the levels easier by activating these colored blocks, usually opening up platforms or even items, so find them if you can. Now if you go to the right of Yoshi's house, you'll actually find Yoshi! Yoshi came to be because Miyamoto wanted Mario to ride a horse. I've heard of worse ideas. It was originally supposed to be implemented in Super Mario Bros. 3, but the poor NES couldn't take much more as it was already being pushed to its limit. So one console generation later, we have this green eating machine as Mario's companion. Yoshi serves as a personal chauffeur, meat shield, and sacrifice. Why would Yoshi agree to such conditions? Because Mario not only saved him, but will also save all his friends who have been captured by Bowser, just like Princess Peach. Yoshi can spit out his tongue to gobble up enemies or items and can jump a bit higher as well. However, his iconic flutter jump is not present in Super Mario World. It debuted in his own game. But that's a story for another day. What's not a story for another day is Beta Yoshi. I am not a fan, and it's freaking terrifying. Most people can sleep well at night fully aware that Beta Yoshi exists. I can't. Thank goodness we got this Yoshi over Discount Roadrunner over here. Ugh. Kill it with fire if you have to. I do not want to see this ever again. Of course, the Koopalings make their grand reappearance after being introduced in Super Mario Bros. 3. Yes, Iggy, Larry, Lemmy, Ludwig, Morton, Roy, our boy, and Wendy. Bowser adopted all 7 of these children, probably on accident. I bet he was only going to adopt Roy and didn't realize this was a buy one, get 6 children free kind of deal. I hate when that happens. It's also strange how the Koopalings existed before Bowser Jr., Bowser's actual son. That's something I can easily forget. Each Koopaling rules their own castle at the end of each world, and they aren't, hard, but they're unique, so I'll give them that. But what's Bowser without his minions? A bunch of new enemies were introduced in Super Mario World, like Wiggler, Magikoopa, Swooper, Rex, Yoshi's deranged cousin, Dino Rhino, Yoshi's other cousin, Bonsai Bill. This is literally just a bigger bullet bill, and I will take it. Galoombas are just a less iconic version of the Goomba. We also got like Chargin Chucks, Monty Mole, classics in their own right, and we also have Beach Koopa, or as I like to call him, the Working Man Koopa. See, he's got a sweatshirt and everything, he's perfect. There's also a bunch of others, but I don't feel like talking about them, so on to the gameplay. It's Mario, seriously, what were you expecting? The only new addition to Mario's moveset is the spin jump. This allows him to jump on previously harmful surfaces like spinies and saws. Yeesh! Who made those boots, a blacksmith? This added so much in terms of movement and speed of the game. Effectively letting you bounce off anything and keeping a consistent motion is no small addition. Coins are back, obviously. Nintendo clearly got my petition about that one. Hey, and they even added a new Dragon Coin, which does... well, if you collect 5 of them, you get a 1-up. Why are these here? For power-ups, only the Mushroom and Fireflower return, while 2 new ones are introduced. First up is the Cape, which laughs in the face for everything aerodynamics stood for by letting you fly as soon as you reach top speed. And it even lets you dive bomb. Finally, I know what it's like to be a missile. I am a huge fan of this type of power-up, just letting you roam free across the level, and out of all the variations we have so far, this one might just be my favorite. The Cape also lets you glide by holding down the jump button, and has a short range attack by tapping the Y button. For why is this thing so short? The only issue I have with this cheese slip of a cape is that its range is pathetic. Every time I try to use it, I get weak knees halfway through, worried I might lose it, and being this close to an enemy at that point, Mario, just pick it up. I know you have the upper strength. And the other power-up is... the pea balloon. Pre-Mario Maker 2, this thing has the exact same meaning as the word useless. It basically makes you a sitting duck with an unknown timer. This item appears in very few levels, but the one it is in, cough tubular cough, are horrendous with this power-up. But match everything else with fantastic levels is a match made in heaven. The ghost houses are delightfully devious, encouraging you to think outside the box. The grassy plains are just so nice to look at, and the underground is pretty neat as well. Now I'm a sucker for forest levels, and it's safe to say Super Mario World did not disappoint. The castle levels that test every skill you learned so far while introducing new obstacles, ending with a different boss fight every time, and my favorite level, the pirate ship. I totally forgot this thing even existed before playing through it again. Basically, you just go into this pirate ship, find treasure. It's just so cool. It follows a great theme. It's so good. I think I love this game actually. Heck, even the water levels are pretty good. All this variety comes together for a sublime experience. Amplified even more by this absolute beauty of a soundtrack. This thing is iconic and for good reason. So many tracks just stick out like the world themes, Overworld, Underworld, Water, Castle, bonus theme. Super Mario World's music is unlike any other Mario game before it, and it sticks in your head for a long time. Being the first game on the SNES, it utilized the new hardware to give us some sick 16-bit sprites. Nintendo just went crazy with colors this time around, and everything just pops out. And I'm surprised by the fact that they haven't tried to return to the style for any future 2D Mario game, as it really stands the test of time. A return to the style will be greatly appreciated. As the name implies, there are also brand new worlds to explore, or at least one world at, I don't know. Yoshi's Island, Donut Plains, Vanilla Dome, Twin Bridges, Forest of Illusions, Chocolate Island, and Valley of Bowser. Sure, most of these names don't even make sense. I was really looking forward to seeing some donuts on those plains. But hey, at least they sound nice. However, as cohesive as the worlds are, the actual levels and design don't really make this world feel like a living and breathing one. Sure, they fit whichever theme is most present, like the Forest of Illusions having jungle and ghost levels. The way these levels are designed is really formulaic. Let me put it this way. Compare this to Donkey Kong, where every level feels like a believable world, an aspect that has been perfected with its most recent entry, Tropical Freeze. While Mario kinda stays the same. Like, yeah, you got a few platforms here, a few platforms there, despite there not being any reason for these to be in the world. Now, this isn't a deal breaker, or even a bad thing. This is basically a nitpick at best, because at least the world map keeps that cohesion, where if this was level to level, it would feel a bit off. Like I said though, this is just nitpicking on my side. Finally, the super secret world, Star Road, which leads to the final world, Special Zone. Filled with tough as nail challenges, it's given me new reasons to hate Nintendo. This right here is literally the perfect endgame for Mario players, giving them the best challenge as possible, which would carry on to future games, even the 3D ones. To get to these extra worlds, the game asks you, the player, to explore the levels more thoroughly, looking for more secrets and items, in turn giving each level more depth. From the bonus rooms to finding a hidden door, Super Mario World has so many secrets to find out. Like the super secret switches that really help you later on, you should really find them, please, I beg of you, to make your life so much easier. After beating all 6 worlds, you get access to the 7th world, where you'll face off against Bowser. First traversing his dastardly devilish castle with so many different paths to follow that you could really just replay this over and over again. I think that was really the point. And when you get to the end, you finally encounter the foul beast. For all this game does right, I just can't get behind the design. I think it's the orange, or more so the disgusting green they have for his body. Maybe it's the mouth, the lips. I'm not okay with these lips. I'm just glad they changed it in Mario Maker 2. So whatever, beat the boss, save Peach and Yoshi's friends, and credits. And my oh me, this ending theme has to be one of the best ending themes of all time. It just feels so final, beautiful, yet somber. It fits together so well and ends a masterpiece of 2D platforming. Also this part. I like this part. So what makes Super Mario World super? Well, it's everything. The reason it's so revered is that everything about the game is great. The music, the graphics, the gameplay, everything holds up so well. It's incredible. Truly a masterclass in 2D platforming. And alongside 4 other launch titles, Super Mario World would lead the charge against Sega, and while not being the deciding factor, we have a great ape to thank for that, it definitely played a large role in the console wars. So Nintendo really put out a gem of a Mario game for the launch of their second system. In my opinion, the SNES could not have asked for a better launch title. I don't feel so good.